Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 67th episode of the Game Packs Podcast. My name is Phil, and co-hosting with me, as always, are Camilo and John. We will be covering some of the hottest stories in gaming news this week, and you can watch or listen to the entire podcast on YouTube or your podcast service of choice. This week, we're going to be talking about lots of Tomb Raider news. We also have got a Bayonetta 3 story. And lastly, we're going to wrap up the show with just kind of a little bit of an update with what we've all been up to individually and the games we've been playing and all that kind of fun stuff. So stay tuned. Tomb Raider is getting another installment, but this one is meant to unify the new reboots, like the trilogy. It's like Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
I think that's the order. Yeah, nailed it. And then all the other, 15 Tomb Raiders that started on the PS1, kind of making those stories more cohesive. This story really kind of caught my eye because I wasn't a original Tomb Raider fan, but I really love the reboot. Especially that first one. That first one was like a perfect game. So I guess, what do you guys think is the gameplay that we're going to see here? And then the one question I had was, do you think we're going to move away from the Uncharted-inspired gameplay that we kind of got in that new reboot? Do you think it's going to move back towards, platformy, puzzly things, not looking for something white to jump and hang on to and move around? So, what do you guys think about that?
I don't even know what the originals played like. Were they puzzle game? Were they platformer?
They were
puzzle?
3D platformers, some puzzles.
Okay.
Did you ever play? Go ahead.
No, I really like the reboots, so I would prefer that they don't go back.
Yeah, just keep making more.
Yeah, just give me more. I haven't played Shadow yet, but I loved Rise of the Tomb Raider, and if they just want to give me more of that, I'm down.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of how I feel as well. But I think maybe it's an attempt to grab its own identity, because my first question was, do you think they're going to move away from the Uncharted inspired gameplay? It's kind of like Uncharted reskinned with Lara Croft, and if they kind of move away from the climby stuff, because that game was there's just a lot of climbing. And it was cool that they gave her
she's an ice pick.
the ice pick, and then in the sequel they gave her 2 ice picks.
Ooh.
But that's just not what I feel like those were. And to compare, they made 3D Indiana Jones games, which we talked about 2 weeks ago, that were more exploratory. They weren't climbing. They were a little bit dungeon crawly, a little bit just trying to find treasure and solve puzzles in a third-person perspective. I'm trying to think of another game to relate it to. They were just action-adventure games, pure action-adventure in a 3D environment. It's hard to explain. It's not Zelda, because there's more jumping. But maybe a little bit like Zelda. Zelda with guns?
Zelda with guns.
Solving puzzles, going into tombs.
Ever played the oh god,
the Temple of Osiris?
No, the games that were about the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Darksiders?
Those are more jumpy.
Zelda with guns?
They're essentially Zelda. But maybe that has platforming elements. It's definitely more action-packed than, the Tomb Raider reboot games. But yeah, they don't really have. They don't have guns, I guess. So maybe I'm wrong.
In Darksiders, I thought you did have a gun.
Actually, I don't know. I haven't played those games in a long time.
That's fine.
You might be right.
That's not really what the story's about.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to find the games that were relatable. I don't know.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, John.
A for effort.
A for effort. So yeah, if they moved like slightly away from like the climby climbs and just more into like the action adventure-y, like still doing some platforming, still doing some climbing, but like there's like scenes where you're just climbing. Like there was the scene in the first one where you just climb like a radio tower, right?
Yeah,
do you remember that?
I mean, I didn't really mind the climbing. I played the original on like the PS3. And actually, I just bought it definitive on the PS4 because it was $3 on sale.
It's worth way more than that, but that's a good ass deal.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Uncharted though, so like I didn't mind the Uncharted the way it played. So like I would be totally fine if they kept it the way it is.
Yeah.
I wonder if because the reboots are kind of dark, like the story, the tone of the story is pretty dark. Like the whole, I forget if it was the second one. And one of them, Lara kills somebody, and she's fighting, like with what that does to your mental state. But then she murders like.
It's probably the first one. It's the first one because she's like a little bit innocent when she crash lands on that island, and then she has to like kill people in cold blood, and then it escalates to her killing 1,000 people in cold blood.
Yeah.
Just getting an AK-47 and mowing people down because like they're hired mercenaries and treasure hunters, and they're like in her way.
That's how Uncharted is as well. Like,
yeah,
he's a cold-blooded killer. So maybe they'll go a little bit more lighthearted. I think you could correct me if I'm wrong, but like the original Tomb Raiders, they were more science fiction. Like it wasn't humans that she was fighting.
I think it's like Indiana Jones, where it's like there was some science fiction, but not all of it was science fiction.
Okay.
I think some of it was based in. I mean, I'm talking out of the side of my mouth right now because I only have so much of that old Tomb Raider knowledge. Tomb Raider. What is like the first one about? Oh my gosh. There's so many of them. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 of them before they did the reboots.
Yeah, but they're probably like, do they have main games and then there's like spin-offs?
Yeah, and I think some of them are like one of them's a remaster.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see, what does this say? Laura did some stuff in Egypt. Where's the story? Where's the synopsis? Here it is. Archaeologist adventurer Lara Croft is approached by mercenary Larson, who is working for businesswoman Jacqueline. This is actually like a 10-page synopsis. I'm not going to read it. Blah, blah, blah. This one's about Atlantis.
Okay, so that is not, completely realistic.
Yeah.
But I guess neither is Uncharted. I mean, they have supernatural things that happen in those games as well.
Yeah, I think it's basically just they all ripped off Indiana Jones, which is so interesting because now Indiana Jones is coming back as a video game.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they want to do a different take, because they know like you'll have Uncharted and Indiana Jones, which will be like essentially the same. Like maybe they want, like you said. Well,
isn't Uncharted dead? Isn't Naughty Dog moving away from Uncharted?
Yeah, but I mean that series is still,
still
it's
exists.
recent. It still exists.
It's not on current gen.
Not yet.
Like, actually, I think it's on the collection, the PS collection.
Yeah, I doubt that they're gonna let that go by the wayside though. That's a big property for them.
I mean, Naughty Dog has walked away from all of their major franchises. Crash, Jak and Daxter.
Yeah.
What else? They do that. That's their thing. They're like, oh, we're done. We're gonna go do something else, and then Last of Us comes out, and everyone's mind explodes. So I'm happy when they walk away. and do something new.
We're getting a little off topic.
But I think if we're talking about Nathan Drake, we're basically talking about Tomb Raider, so that's fine. I'm okay with it. All right, so I guess we can move on to the other Tomb Raider story. If you have any final thoughts on that, I think we're good.
Yeah.
So in other Tomb Raider news, there is a Netflix anime being developed for the franchise. Thoughts on that? So I had a couple things I want to ask you guys. Did you see the new movie? Or did you see the movie with Brad Pitt's ex-wife? Just kidding. Angelina Jolie.
Oh, the one like back in the 90s?
Yeah, it was like the early 2000s, and there was
Was
two
it?
of them.
I don't know.
Yeah, that wasn't a 90s movie.
I don't think I've seen any of the movies.
I don't think I saw the Angelina Jolie ones, but I saw the one that was like based on the new games, and it was just super meh. And I remember being like really disappointed. I was like, "Oh, this looks like it's going to be so good," and then it was over, and I was like, "Oh, cool, another video game movie."
Yeah, I think it was just okay. Probably more towards mediocre. Mm-hmm. But from what I remember, that movie was just really the reboot game put into a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she looks exactly like the costumes and everything are like basically stripped from the reboot.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good source material. Like we've been kind of raving about. Like that is a good game. It's a very good game. I would say that game is a 10, and people can argue with me about it if they want to, but it's a very, very good game.
I might pick up I don't know if I've ever played the actual first one, the first reboot. Maybe I'll
dude, apparently it's $3.
I probably already own it. I think I've gotten that like through PS Plus or like Games with Gold at some point.
Yeah, I think
yeah. So when I played the first one, I got it through PS Plus, but it was like on PS3, and I was like, actually, when I bought my PS4, I got the the Rise of the Tomb Raider with it, and that's just been like sitting in my backlog forever. And then this month they're offering Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I was like, oh, I don't have the first one, but then I saw this one was on sale, so now I have all three.
Nice. Yeah, dude, the second one starts off really cool. I know we haven't even talked about the anime yet, but like that like scene where you're like climbing up the side of a mountain. Yeah, that's so cool. But yeah, they're making an anime. So they've already tried to turn this into a movie before, which is what I wanted to bring up, and it's been with lukewarm success. I will say that they did choose attractive women to play her every time, so good job on that. But maybe spend more time on the
writing.
Script. Yeah, the actual like movie itself. So I wanted to link this to the Castlevania anime because I'm thinking it's the same animation studio doing it, but I could be wrong. And then also I wanted to note that in our script here, I wrote anime twice, and both times I put it in quotations because I've been corrected by people who are right to correct me. Anime is animation that comes from Japan. Just because something is in the anime style does not make it anime. So I wanted to say that extremely nerdy thing on the podcast. And just to clarify...
You just call it's like an animated series.
Yeah, but people are calling it an anime.
Ooh.
Like all the news sources, everyone who's reporting on this is calling it the Tomb Raider anime.
I mean,
and the Castlevania
is
anime.
it created by a Japanese studio?
I don't think so. I think that's the thing. With Castlevania, it's for sure not. And then I was under the impression that Netflix, whatever company is doing it for Netflix, is also doing Castlevania. Dude, so much research squad happening in this episode. Castlevania, Netflix, animated series. The internet has it right. Calls it an animated series. Okay, what studio makes this? Predator Studio. Predator. What did that say? Predator. I don't know how to read. Are they making Tomb Raider? Scrolling.
Yeah, IGN says Tomb Raider anime series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's find out what studio's making it. Because it's not. I was wrong. It's not the Castlevania one. It's not Frederator. So Tomb Raider.
Maybe that's not been announced yet.
Yeah, maybe not. Oh, they're also doing Kong Skull Island, which is not a video game, but that's in this news story. Huge success with The Witcher, Castlevania anime. What adaptations of Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed are in the works? Do we know about
series?
This?
No, I did not know about that.
Interesting. I don't know if I want to watch those.
Actually, I think I've heard about the Assassin's Creed one.
I would watch like a really gritty live action Splinter Cell movie.
Yeah. No, that's why I like The Witcher so much.
Yeah, I like The Witcher a lot too. I'm kind of obsessed with it. So I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny that it's the same studio. I'm pretty sure it's not. Otherwise, I would have said it. I'm sorry. But that I feel like that the Castlevania anime is kind of divisive. I think some people absolutely think it's amazing, and some people don't like it. So I would imagine that this Tomb Raider series is going to be equally divisive. Yeah. People are going to be like, "This is great," and other people will be like, "This is derivative and terrible." Blah. Where's my fedora?
It's actually an animated series, not an anime.
Yeah. This is made in Canada, therefore it's a Canadian anime. I don't know if that's a real term. If it is, can someone please mail me some maple syrup to my P.O. box? I think that's all we got for Tomb Raider. Do you guys have any final thoughts on Tomb Raider? Or actually, what do you want from the anime? Do you want to see some cool sci-fi stuff? Do you want to see retellings of the stories we already know? What would you like to see in the anime?
I want them to cancel the anime and make it a live action. I don't watch animated series.
Dude, that's so much more expensive.
I know. But you asked what I want, and that's what I want.
All right, well, that's what John wants. Camilo, what do you want? I've got my Christmas list out. What do you want?
I don't necessarily.
I don't want it at all.
To be like a retelling. I mean, it'd be cool to like get some new stuff. I don't know, more like adventures of like what happens after the reboot trilogy.
Yeah. Would you want it to be like a episodic thing? Kind of like, remember like the old like X-Men stuff? Like that might be too old, but like it used to be like there was just like the Spider-Man episodes. There'd be a story and like they'd like beat that bad guy, and then the next episode like it's procedural, like it's episodic, just like SVU or whatever. Yeah. Would you want to see her like go on one adventure for like an hour? Or would you rather have it be like 13 episodes, half hour each, and it's like one story that they're trying to tell?
Oh.
The many adventures.
I mean, when
Lara Croft.
When I heard like what this was, I just thought it would be like each like you know, like you watch like a cartoon or an animated series. It's not like one story they're trying to tell over like 13 episodes. It's just like 13 unique adventures or something.
Well, with the Castlevania one, it's like one. It's like a bunch of different storylines, but it's one cohesive arc that goes from like episode, like it's even going. It's like spanning seasons, so it's like it's like Game of Thrones. It's like just going. So, all right. I think we milked that one. We drained that story of all of its value. I'm looking forward to it, though. I'll check it out. Like, I like the Lara Croft, the character, and I liked what they did with her, and kind of made her less of like a. I mean, like it's not like they made her like a hideous troll person in the reboot, but like they didn't like throw front and center like huge pointy boobs like this is what this character's about. They made like a very interesting heartfelt story about a female lead, and like I liked that about the reboot, and I'm looking forward to seeing something like that in the anime. What is going on with Bayonetta 3? Question mark. In an interview with VGC, Hideki, I wasn't ready for it. I saw it. I wasn't ready for it. This is the third time, the third podcast. I literally just need to hand this off every time this happens. It's another Japanese businessman, and I can't do it. It's officially a meme that Phil Phantastic cannot say Japanese businessmen's names.
We're definitely having. I'm just gonna make up names.
Hideki Kamiya stated in reference to a question regarding an update on the game in 2021. So VGC asked him, yo, dude, what's going on with Bayonetta 3? And Kamiya-san responded, I understand it's driving the fans crazy. In light of that, my suggestion would be that maybe we should reset and forget about Bayonetta 3. Then, when something finally does finally happen? Did he say that, or is that a typo?
Yeah, when something finally happens.
When something finally happens, it will be a super nice surprise, won't it? So what does that mean for Bayonetta 3? Does that give anybody pause? That makes me wary.
It sounds like it's on the back burner at least.
Yeah.
What do you guys want Bayonetta 3, or do you guys play 1 and 2?
I got 1 and 2 on the Wii U, but I never finished it, and because I didn't finish it, I was like, well, I didn't really play it on the Wii U, so I'm not gonna buy it on the Switch. So I'm like, I don't know what to do.
I have the literal exact same story. Bought the dual pack on Wii U, didn't really play it. Thought it was a fine action game. I liked it. Gave me like strong Devil May Cry vibes. It was a ton of fun. I just think it's a great game. But I don't need 3 because I haven't beat 1 or 2. So yeah, that's where I'm at with Bayonetta. John?
Yeah, I'm the same way. But I did buy it on the Switch as well.
Well, that's understandable.
I'm like halfway through 1 and I'm halfway through 2. So I played them. They're okay. I mean, I don't think they're good action games. Mm-hmm. I don't get the hype that everybody has for it. Like it's
because people don't say they're good. People say they're great.
Yeah, they say like they're the best action games like ever made. And I don't see it. I mean, maybe because I'm not good at it. Every time I complete a mission, it's like you get the stone rating, which is the worst rating.
Is that a bad one? Yeah. Do you think it might have anything to do with the fact that the internet is the collective conscious hive mind of every 13-year-old on the planet, and
it's possible
they just like the curves?
That is actually that is super off-putting to me. Like playing those games because like
I thought you were talking about the collective consciousness.
Well, yeah, but like
that's
the angles that the camera goes to in that game, and like how it's like all in your face. I'm like, bro, that's not.
I think it's
not
a
attractive.
Little bit
it's too much.
I don't think it's meant to be sexy. I think it's meant to be funny. Or at least that's how I interpret it, because it's so extreme and over the top that I'm like, oh, this is a farce. Like, or not like, is that the right word? This is satirical. That's what I thought.
I think it is, but I don't know. It's still. I don't like it. I don't find it funny. Or
you're like, get those boobs out of my face.
Ew, gross.
Ew, gross. I do like is it 1 when you buy it on Wii U and you can
they added the costumes.
Yeah, the costumes.
Yeah, the costumes were pretty cool.
The costumes were cool. I like that. And 3 is a Switch exclusive? Question mark?
Yeah.
It was supposed to, yeah.
But 1 was not.
Nope.
Was 2 an exclusive?
2 is Wii U exclusive, and then they ported it to Switch.
They really put their eggs in the wrong basket on that one.
Well, Nintendo gave him money, so
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I want to play that game. I just have so many other things that I'm doing, and we'll get into that later into the podcast when we're talking about what we're up to personally. But Bayonetta is not on my radar at all. But I know people want it. But I think what we should be talking about, though, is the idea that he said maybe we should just reset and forget. Let's hone in on that phrase, reset and forget. Do you think that that's something that people need to be doing, like, in general in gaming? Like, are people getting too hyped on stuff? Are they putting too much pressure on developers? And then maybe developers are releasing games too early? Gosh, I can't quite remember. Was there a game that was released recently, a big title, before it was done and it was awful and everyone got angry? Gosh, what game was that?
I mean, I see both sides of it. Like, you gotta give the developers time to work and get it done. But
yeah,
they announced this game in 2017, so we're over 3 years since this game's been announced, and we haven't seen anything since. We saw that reveal trailer, and that was literally it. We haven't seen any other trailer. We haven't seen any gameplay.
It was more than a logo, though. I remember
it was. What was
it
CG
was like a
trailer,
quick cinematic, and then the 3.
I mean, I think the thing is like you can't tell the internet to like lower their expectations.
Chill.
Like there's no chill button on your keyboard. Like they're just, people are gonna get hyped up. They're gonna like get in their little echo chambers. They're gonna get worked up. They're gonna just keep being angry that they don't have their thing. It's like the entitlement of it all is like kind of staggering. Like it's just getting to a point where I'm just disappointed in the community, because I mean at a certain point, like gaming they're seen as a community. So when people like get all mad about stuff or yell about a tree in Pokemon, like it's just the toxicity. Everyone needs to chill. Just chill. Chill. Is that too much of a rant?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Chill, guys. So, what do you guys think about reset and forget? Did I already ask that?
You did.
Wait,
We're going in circles.
What'd you say? Sorry, I missed it.
So like just the phrase reset and forget. Do you think that maybe we should be doing that more often?
Well, no.
You don't think we should be resetting and forgetting?
Well, no, he basically just said, let me just unannounce Bayonetta 3 so I can do it at a later point.
Yeah. We actually didn't have anything when we announced it. So
That's true. Sorry, I literally just choked. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, actually we lied. So can you pretend we didn't lie? That's true.
Plus, they have
Go ahead.
so many projects in the work, like Platinum Games. I feel like they announce a game like every couple weeks.
Did they do Wonderful 101?
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
So they did that. That's out.
They have Nier.
Oh, I was thinking Neo when you said that for a second. Neo's done, right? Sorry, sidetracked. Nier Automata, and then are they doing a sequel to that?
Well, they're doing. Well, I think they have the reboot.
Wait, they're rebooting the game that came out.
No. Because there was Nier. There's two different Niers.
Wasn't it Nier, and then they made like a different version of that in Japan only, and now they're like it's like a remake of that, which is like this is like Nier Replicant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was confused by that because it looked like they were using assets from Nier Automata with that girl. But Nier, the version I have, is like a beefcake dude. So, I don't know the story behind that. I don't want to get too sidetracked.
Yeah. Then they had Scalebound that got canceled.
Dude, that was like 10 years ago.
I'm not over it. Never forget.
That was like an Xbox One launch title. That's how old that is.
I want to ride dragons, man.
Dude, me too. That was
And
cool.
they did.
You know what? You can ride dragons in Panzer Dragoon,
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
the Star Fox clone.
They
That's
also
on sale on Switch. Speaking of sales,
heard it's bad.
yeah, it's not good, but it's worth $6, I think, which is what it costs.
They did Astral Chain.
Oh yeah, that game was pretty good.
So
Yeah,
what
they're pumping out stuff.
what do we think is an acceptable amount of time from like announcement to release? Like when is it too long?
10 years is too long.
I think 3 years is too long for an announcement and then nothing else.
I think if you announce it and you give a steady stream of updates and screenshots and character reveals or story elements, and you do that for 4 years, I think that is acceptable.
Oh, yeah.
As long as there are updates and like everything I said, like as long as all that stuff is happening and like they're building anticipation, I think the issue is that they don't do these things. They announce it and then they go dead quiet. And then people just start to form their own opinions as to what's happening behind closed doors, and they get all worried, like, "Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Where's my booby protagonist?"
Well, I think this game got announced in 2017 when they didn't know if the Switch was gonna fail.
It was
or
at the
not.
Game Awards. They
Yeah.
announced it.
But then it popped off.
Yeah, then it popped off. But like, when was Breath of the Wild 2 announced? 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Well, in June it'll be 2 years.
No,
No.
not 3.
It's a year and a half.
But we haven't
it's
seen anything
Not
from that
last
either.
E3 because there wasn't one, but the E3 before that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll hear something about it during the 35th anniversary of Zelda this year.
Yeah, and it's coming out this year. I bet you, John,
Oh no.
that Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime, and Breath of the Wild are coming out this year. And
This
if I'm
year?
wrong, I'll buy you all 3 of them.
Oh my goodness.
No, that's an insane bet. I'm not
Yeah, I'm taking that all day.
Yeah. If I am right, though, you have to buy me all 3 games and give me all of your Pokemon cards.
Oh man. That's like $10 worth of stuff.
Yeah, you got like I saw that you got like 4 foil cards, man.
Oh,
A reverse holo.
yeah. I got a rainbow rare. Man. I got an air card. You want an air card?
Oh man, I could not care less about Pokemon cards. Actually, maybe I could because
Anyway, where's Metroid Prime 4?
Dude,
That was
I don't know,
announced
man.
3 years ago as well.
Dude, Samus and Bayonetta are just at a bar somewhere in space, and they're just hanging out, and like Nintendo and Platinum are just looking for them, and they can't find them. They're like, "Come, be back in your game. Get back in your game."
Oh man.
That'd be weird.
That would
Some
be
like
weird.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit / Cool World situation is happening.
Yeah,
Just
we
the-
actually didn't change developers. We just can't find Samus.
Yeah, can't find her. Can't find her. She just left. Her and Ridley actually are getting along now. It's weird. Like we can't get them to fight. And that was like the crux of our story was to get them to fight, and they won't fight.
This got weird.
Whatever.
Bayonetta 3.
I don't care. Did we kind of touched on this? Like, what are your thoughts on games being announced too early? That's kind of what you were just asking, Cam?
that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What-
I answered. Did everyone else answer?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess I kind of agree with you. If it's a long period, but there are like announcements, like we're getting updates and they're like communicating with
Yeah.
us, that's fine.
Yeah, just don't keep us in the dark.
I loved
Don't
when
like it.
like Mario Odyssey was announced, I think, at E3, and then it came out that October.
Well, it was announced in January, like the Switch presentation.
That wasn't.
Yeah.
But it still came out that year.
It was, yeah, and it was hinted at when they first revealed the Switch, but they didn't we just saw a clip of it, but we didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it was him in the Sand Kingdom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Same with ARMS. That came out right away. 1-2 Switch.
Oh
my gosh. 2017 was so great.
I mean,
legendary.
Because Breath of
Wild and Odyssey in the same year. That's pretty good.
But every month was like a massive Switch game. It was because they were building up the library.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Man. Now, when was the last big Switch game? I guess Age of Calamity.
Yeah.
And then before that, it was Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
And then Mario All-Stars.
Mario 3D All-Stars.
Yeah. Well, Hideki Kamiya, you can't just say that we need to forget about your lie, okay? The game pack is on to you. We're not going to just forget about Bayonetta 3 and Reset, okay? That's just something that you would tell a small child. I'm not going to... Never mind. I'm not going to get into fairy tales and such. But, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me and then act like you didn't. Okay? But yeah, when it comes out, I probably won't play it because I haven't played 1 or 2. That's my final thought. You guys have final thoughts on Bayonetta 3? Her clothes are made of her hair.
Yes, that is weird.
That's the final thought. We wanted to spend the last section of our podcast this week just kind of catching up with you guys, letting us know what we've been up to individually, what games we've been playing, or just what we've been doing. Doesn't have to be video game related, just what we're up to. So, Camilo, why don't you start us off? What have you been up to? What have you been streaming? What have you been creating? What have you been doing offline? Tell us.
So I've been streaming a lot ever since I got my PS5. I've been playing. I played through the Marvel Spider-Man and Miles Morales, and those are both really good. I was really happy with those.
Oh, cool.
I played through Ratchet and Clank this past month. I'm actually working my way through Ni no Kuni right now. And that one's really great. The last time I played it, I made it 30 hours, but that was on PS3. But I just got the remastered one. What?
It's the first one, not the second one?
Yeah, the first one. But I decided to get the remastered one because it was on sale, and it looks really clean.
What is the difference between the original and the remaster?
It runs at you could pick 4K 30, or you could pick 1440p at 60. And the original was 7. The original was 720p at 30, so it looks a lot better.
That has that was made by what, Studio Ghibli or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, it's level 5 in Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, so it has that Studio Ghibli look, and that is timeless.
Yeah, the cutscenes look like they're straight out of a Ghibli movie, which are really cool.
Yeah, I've played the first. I don't know. I killed the first boss. It's like a tree, right?
Yeah, it's the forest spirit.
Yeah, I did that. I got that far, and I can attest to that game being rad.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then I've also been doing a lot of shiny hunting. Got a handful of shinies.
What you got?
I've been trying to go for Tapu Bulu, but so I've gotten 5 or 6 shinies in the Dynamax Adventures, Talonflame, Emolga. I just got a Xatu, a few other things, and yeah, I got a Furfur the other day on my 3DS, so it was cool.
Every time I hear someone say 3DS, I just literally think of that Reggie quote of, I'm going to go play Animal Crossing New Leaf. I'll buy 3DS. I'm sorry. I'm a bad listener. John, I heard Tapu. John, you got some Tapu news, don't you?
I did. I'm also shiny hunting, and I got Tapu Koko in my first Dynamax Adventure encounter for that mon, and I was super hype about that.
That's pretty exciting.
I love the Dynamax Adventures. Like I think that was a great addition to the 2 Sword and Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was really afraid that it would be like completely broken like the raids, but it's not, and I like it.
I lose a lot. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like Xerneas. Like I tried to do Xerneas the other day and I got wrecked.
Yeah,
And-
Xerneas is hard.
You start with like a rental Pokemon, right?
Yeah, you start with like a random rental.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get 4 in front of you, and you get to pick one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, Camilo, I didn't mean to throw it over to John unless you were done. What else is new? How's the weather?
Oh, it's kind of rainy.
I haven't been outside.
Actually, that's kind of true. I'm like, what?
What do you mean
It's
weather?
It's winter.
My
I haven't felt
thermostat's
it.
on. Yeah. Oh man. Raining here in Los Angeles. It doesn't ever do that, but it has been for the last like 2 days.
It's cold here. It's been windy. Not as cold as like normal.
Mm.
Like we haven't had snow yet. We usually have snow by this time.
Ooh. Is that extreme weather? Sweet. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, Cam? Or plug? We should be plugging right now too.
Oh yeah, you can follow my Twitch channel. You can subscribe to me on YouTube, Cooltrainer Camilo. Same on both. Yeah.
Do you have a Twitter account or an Instagram account?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter.
Or a TikTok?
TikTok.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, CoolTR Camilo.
Sweet. And then we definitely link the channels. I don't know if we link our social medias.
Some of
We
them,
definitely
I
link-
think.
We definitely link. I'll try to remember. It's my time. It's my turn, so I'll try to remember. But if I don't, I'll pin a comment saying I forgot. Which is what I did last week, because I don't remember what I was supposed to look up, and I just wrote I forgot. So cool, John. What are you up to? What's new? What's good?
You want to see my Pokemon collection?
Sure. Show us your
No,
Pokemon
I'm
collection.
not
You're gonna have to describe it in
Yeah,
detail
very
because
vividly.
Well, I
Because
have like
we
a
can't see
full
it.
art Dragonite card. That's a really cool card.
hot.
No, I got into collecting Pokemon cards. This was probably a bad idea because now I'm just kind of obsessed and addicted. They're extremely hard to find. Like,
Yeah, because they just got randomly super popular.
Well,
Yeah,
I think it
Logan
was
Paul.
Logan Paul started opening them on his podcast, and he got like a Charizard, and then everyone just started going crazy.
Yeah. Well, he opened like a base set first edition that's worth like $250,000 or something. So it was like huge news.
So he opened it, but then did the cards inside of it are they worth more than $250,000?
I think the first edition Charizard, like PSA 10 or whatever, the mint condition, is worth like $300,000.
And he got that?
I think he did. I think he got a Charizard.
Good for Logan Paul. That guy.
Yeah, because he needs the money, right?
He always makes really good choices, and he's a great role model.
All right, let's not talk about Logan Paul.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, I've been collecting Pokemon cards. I can't find any, so it's probably saving me some money because they're like super hard to find. And then I've also been shiny hunting over on Twitch. I got the Tapu Koko.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I got recently. I played
I
some
like Tapu Koko.
Warzone. I was in a tournament, got wrecked,
Yeah, I saw that.
and I have like 90,000 on TikTok now. Getting close to 100,000.
I checked this morning. You had 90.3.
I think I'm at 90.4 now.
Okay, let's just try to keep it as accurate as possible.
By the time this is posted, I'll probably have 90.5. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully by the time this is posted, you have 100,000.
That's really what I want. I really just want, to say that I have 100,000 on something. Doesn't really matter. But
I mean, TikTok is probably the most relevant platform right now, like as far as like youth engagement. So having 100,000 on that platform is like not a joke. Like that's so legit, dude. GG.
If if I get to 100,000, it unlocks this marketplace where brands could do brand deals with you, and you get paid.
Oh my god!
To advertise product.
Please.
Wait, what'd you say?
Get a game pack flavored G Fuel.
But I don't do the dances or anything, so you don't have to shake your moneymaker to get famous. You just have to make stupid videos about how Fortnite's better than Call of Duty, and you blow up.
Yeah, and you just do it 100 times.
Yeah, exactly. Post the same video over and over again.
Why Call of Duty is better than Fortnite? Why Switch is better than the Xbox?
Hey,
Why
it
the
works.
Xbox is better than the
It
Switch?
works.
It does work.
It
I'm
works.
not hating. I'm just quoting.
But yeah, I mean that's what I've really been up to. I was playing Fortnite for a while, and then I got bored.
Yeah.
I'll probably get bored of Pokemon. But I'm having fun right now.
That's good. That's what's important. Playing video games for fun. Are you doing anything interesting offline?
Offline?
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like playing games offline?
No. Like, have you started like a backgammon tournament?
Oh.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a fight club.
Yeah, have you got a fight club in your basement?
No, I mean I haven't. So me and Kelsey's anniversary's this weekend. We've been together for 15 years.
Congratulations.
I'm not married, but it's still been a fun ride. But I've been watching a lot of Netflix. We've been binging a bunch of shows.
I just binged like all of like Fuller House.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really like it.
Is Bob Saget on that show?
Yeah.
Nice.
I haven't tried. I watched Full House growing up, but I haven't watched Fuller House yet.
It's really like I was like cracking up.
Is Dave Coulier in it?
Yep.
What? What about John Stamos? John Stamos in it?
Everyone's in it except the Olsen twins.
And
they
the
too famous
the girl.
now?
The what?
They just don't act anymore. I think they're sister acts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sister acts.
John Stamos' wife in the show is like in jail, right?
Yeah, she wasn't in the last
bribed
season
the college
because of that.
Yeah, because of that college scandal. That's so ridiculous. Yep, everything's on a level playing field. Totally. Let me give $1 million to this school so my idiot kid can say they went there. It's so annoying. Dude, if your kid can't get into a school, they just shouldn't get into the school. That's what we should talk about now. Just kidding.
You're Mr. Phil Naive Fantastic.
Phil Naive Fantastic. I'd like to be naive to some of these things that are going on. All right.
What are you doing?
Anything
Phil?
else, John?
No.
Fight clubs? Yeah, I'm doing fight clubs. Also,
Oh, cool.
Fight clubs are really hot right now.
We should
opening
collab.
up-
We should collab.
We could do a fight collab.
We gotta
yeah,
stay 6 feet apart, though. I mean, it's like air punches.
Dude, I'll find a way. I am not opening Pokemon cards. I'm not really playing Pokemon. I was playing Pokemon Yellow for a hot minute on my Game Boy SP, and then I stopped. Offline, I've been playing some Donkey Kong 64. I got the strategy guide. I posted that on my Instagram. I'm actually like super excited because it's like a really divisive game. Some people really love it. Some people really hate it. Some people say it's like super convoluted the way you have to keep switching between all the Kongs. And I have like 100%, 200%, 300% in all the Donkey Kong countries. I have Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Like, I just love Donkey Kong. He's like one of my favorite video game characters. But I never really gave any time to 64 because I didn't have a 64 growing up.
Are you playing it on 64? What are you playing it on?
Yeah, I'm playing it on my 64. I got right here. on my CRT TV that I found on the side of the road. I don't know if I said that during a podcast, but I'm actually playing on my 64. I've got that.
You got the memory pack?
Like a memory card that goes in the controller?
I thought it was called a memory
mean,
pack.
like,
the red thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the red thing.
The like memory expansion pack. Yeah, I got that. I also have the Donkey Kong instruction booklet. I don't have the box, and then I have the Nintendo Power official strategy guide, which is cool because Nintendo Power doesn't do that anymore. It's nice to have that. But yeah, I'm obsessed with Donkey Kong. Man, I got plushes, everything. It's insane.
When's the Donkey Kong franchise run?
Oh, dude, probably after Final Fantasy. But yeah, speaking of franchise runs, so a lot of people who watch me know that I did like a partial Legend of Zelda franchise run a couple years ago, and didn't plan it very well, and got super burnt out, and never really finished it. And I'm like okay with it. I'm okay with what I did, how I like learned from it. So I'm taking everything I learned from the Zelda franchise run and I'm applying it to a new franchise run, and that is a Final Fantasy franchise run, which I am streaming on YouTube, potentially every Tuesday and Thursday. We're going to have to see about that Thursday. But definitely every Tuesday I'm going live at 3 p.m. on YouTube. That's Pacific Standard Time because I live in I'm trying to make an L and an A here. Los Angeles, baby.
75 and sunny all year round, right?
What's that?
75 and sunny all year round.
Yeah, except for today where it is 50 degrees and rainy. According to my computer that I keep on my wrist. But I've been having so much fun with the Final Fantasy franchise run. Like and also it's cool to be back on YouTube because so many people, I mean, this is on YouTube, like so many people that I've known from YouTube since I started like 4 years ago, like are showing up and they're like, where you been? And I'm like, Twitch, dude. I've been on Twitch. Like I said it 1,000 times. I'm on Twitch. But like it just doesn't, like people have their platform of choice and they stay on it. Like that's what I learned. So I come back and then all of these people that I've known and the community that I grew at the beginning for like 2 straight years, I grew this really cool community on YouTube, and then YouTube broke and then we all kind of tried to figure out where to go. Like John, you went to Mixer, I tried DLive, and then we all sort of ended up on Twitch because Twitch is really the ultimate streaming software or platform. But I've decided for the Final Fantasy franchise run to go back to YouTube, to give it a shot. YouTube is going to be implementing clips just like Twitch has. Like, so I think they're fixing their mistake of ruining live streaming on YouTube because it could be a great source of revenue for them.
I mean, they put a bunch of money out to get some streamers.
Yeah.
Like
so
back when, Ninja switched.
We'll see. I am really enjoying it. So the thing was, and I'm not sure if I said it yet because I'm talking a mile a minute and I'm all over the place, but I've never played the Final Fantasy games. I've played so many of the offshoots, like Mystic Quest on SNES, the like dumbed down American game, and then I've played Crystal Chronicles, and I played other Square Enix games like Super Mario RPG is one of my favorite games of all time. Among other games, Dragon Warrior on the NES I played, but I've never really done mainline Final Fantasy. And I decided to sit down. My collection was almost done. I have all the hard copies. I've got them all, and yeah, I'm going through them. I beat one, and it was good. It was great. Got to the end, and there was an insane difficulty spike for the end boss. It was like, I'm trudging along, I'm doing good, and then the end boss just has 20,000 health, and when you get him down to halfway, he heals himself. I'm like, okay. So, I don't know. It's just been a fun adventure, and then Final Fantasy VII, like, Camilo can attest to it. He reviewed it on the Game Pack channel, so, like, it's just a fantastic game. Like, it does have flaws. I would rate it. I'm not done yet, but I wouldn't give it a perfect score. I would give it a high like if we did like a a point scale, I'd give it a high 9, or just an even 9 so far, because I've seen a little cracks in the seams, but I do love the combat. The combat being like real time with the slowdown, like that's pretty rad. But yeah, long story short, Final Fantasy franchise run a couple times a week over on YouTube. You can catch me live starting at 3 o'clock, and it's super, super fun. Offline, I don't know. I haven't worked out in like a month. Kat and I haven't been together for 15 years, but we've been together for a hot minute. Not celebrating any anniversaries. I had some really good Indian food last night. I don't know.
It's weird to think like there's not much. I don't know. I don't do much like offline. I don't really. You don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't go see movies. I watched Wonder Woman 1984 from my
couch.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry for you.
I mean, at least I didn't have to go out, spend all this money on like tickets and snacks and stuff.
Oh man, if I paid how much does it cost to go see a movie? Like $16 a person.
Yeah.
If I would have paid like $32. Plus, I always get popcorn, and I usually get like a water or a soda or something. So that's like $50 to go see that movie. I would have been so angry, so angry.
I mean,
horrific movie.
There are things like I miss going to the movies. Like I miss going.
Yeah, I love going to the
cool
movies.
Experience.
I think Sonic was the last movie I saw in the theater.
I can't remember that. Yeah, that came out right.
Yeah, it was like February.
When did was Detective Pikachu last year?
That was the year before.
That was before.
Okay. So then Sonic. Yeah, then I think Sonic was the last movie that I saw in theaters.
Speaking of Sonic, our fourth story today. No, but the guy who voiced Sonic for 10 years is retiring.
So, sad.
Oh.
Let's all pour one out
maybe
for
the games will be good now.
Oh, do you think he was the one holding them back?
Yeah, it's all the voice. It's all the voice.
Definitely the voice. Gosh, got nothing else. Oh, Cyberpunk still doesn't work on my computer. That's the update on Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk still doesn't work. That should be that end there.
Cyberpunk still doesn't work. All right. Well, I think that's all my news. Please. I didn't plug my stuff. Phil Phantastic on YouTube, Phil Phantastic on Twitch. Phil Phantastic has a PH in it. All this stuff is in the description, guys. Phil Phantastic. I've redone everything to be over on YouTube. I updated my merch store. Yeah, everything is like new and we're on YouTube now, and it's cool. And everyone's been really supportive. Like all of our old YouTube friends that we used to interact with all the time are being really supportive of me, and it's been a really fun ride for the last couple of weeks. So I look forward to the ride. And I also look forward to making more podcasts with you guys because this one's over. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to also subscribe to us on YouTube and ring that notification bell. You can follow our Twitter and Instagram. Both are the GamePack YT. Thanks again, and take care. See you next week.
Bye.